it's Shelley from Best Buy's Plug-in Blog, and this week we're testing out the Philips Pasta Maker. The Philips Pasta Maker will make pasta at home in your kitchen in 15 minutes or less, and all you need is flour, egg, and water. It can make a single batch of pasta if you just want to make some for one or two, and it can make a double batch of pasta if you're going to make a lasagna or a big family meal. What comes along with, in the package with the Philips Pasta Maker, are two containers that you use, one to measure water and one to measure flour. It's very specific, so it takes this cup to measure the flour and you have to level it off. And this is for the water and the egg at the same time. It does have indicator levels on there so that you know that if you add one egg, you fill it up to the indicator line and that's as much water as you need. And if you have two eggs, then you fill it up to the second indicator line and that's how much water you need. Everything you need to use the Philips Pasta Maker is right in the machine. All you have to do is pull out the drawer, and all of the discs required to make different kinds of pasta are right in the drawer. Inside the drawer are 4 discs. And you can use these discs to make all different types of pasta. This one is to make penne, this one is to make fettuccine, this one is to make spaghetti, and this is for lasagna. This tool also is in the drawer, and this is to slice your pasta when it's coming out of the machine, and it's also to clean the different pasta attachments. You can fit it into the fettuccine hole. It's also designed to poke out any dried pasta in the holes of the spaghetti. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make lasagna noodles. I'm going to make a lasagna for dinner tonight, so I just thought that would be a great opportunity. I'm going to pop that drawer back in there, and I'm going to remove this plate comes off, and this is where the disc goes. So we're going to pop that disc on there. Okay, I pop the lasagna attachment on, and then I'm going to reattach the base plate. Make sure it's tight. Okay. The top of the lid is where I'll be placing the egg water solution. And so now all I have to do is add flour. Okay, to start making pasta, all we need to do is crack a few eggs into this container. I'm going to make a double batch of pasta, so that's why I'm using 2 eggs. I also need to fill the water up to the water line. So I'll fill it up to the very top level. In my experience, I found that if you beat the eggs and the water together just with a fork before you pour them in, you get a more consistent dough for your pasta. If you just pour the eggs on top, it'll stick within the grills and it won't all go into the flour. Okay, so I'm going to add the flour. You add the flour first. I need 2 containers of flour to make a double batch of pasta. Okay, so now I have to set the pasta maker for a single batch or a double batch. I just push the button right there. See, it's single is only 10 minutes and double is 15 minutes. You can also choose to, it's already set for automatic, but you can also choose to have extrusion only, which means that it's forcing the pasta out. So I'm going to set it for 15, and I'm going to hit start. And the pasta maker starts rolling the flour around, and then I'm going to pour in my egg and water. You have to be very careful that you don't pour it so that it gushes over the sides. So you pour in gently the egg and water solution. If you have any egg left at the top, you can just push it through with a fork. Okay, we're at the 12-minute mark and it's still mixing the pasta dough. Fairly soon though, it's going to start pushing the pasta out of the lasagna disc. The motor in the pasta maker reverses and it starts to force the pasta out through the tube. So the pasta is slowly coming out. It looks curled, but these lasagna noodles will uncurl and I can lay them flat once they're done. Here's one thin strip of lasagna noodle. It turned out fairly well. I think as I tweak the pasta, I could probably, the pasta dough, I could probably get it to be slightly thinner. So now that I've showed you lasagna, I'm going to change the attachments and I'm going to show you penne. That's the cool thing about the Philips pasta makers. If you do decide to change paths midstream, you just pop off your disc. You can clean that dough out and you switch your disc up. And put the base back on. And you're back in business. I'll just show you the Philips pasta maker booklet that comes along. It has several pasta maker recipes. If you want to add any color to your pasta, or you want to use different kinds of flour, like gluten-free flour, spelt flour, you can just follow the recipes in this book and make almost anything. To make beet pasta or spinach pasta, you just add spinach juice or beet juice. See, this pasta, once it comes out of the machine, is ready to go directly into the pot. You don't have to dry it unless you want to. It doesn't stick together, and you can choose to cut it with the tool every inch or so if that's what you'd like, or just let it all fall and cut it after. And see, perfect little tubes of pasta. That's how easy it is to use the Philips pasta maker to make pasta. You can join me in my next video when I show you how to disassemble it and clean the discs. It's actually very easy. You can see my full review of the Philips pasta maker on Best Buy's blog. Thanks for watching.